Alright, give me a brief moment real quick, so let me take care of some stuff before we go and move on to our lives here. Hopefully you're having a good morning so far. Actually, let me double check something as well. I've got like 10 gazillion earphones nearby, so I know I gotta keep something in check. So, I'm mostly home alone, thank God, because I kind of embrace that kind of area, that vibe. Just because, literally, yeah, that's really that in a nutshell. Actually, just yeah. I mean, it's a bit scary. Well, I don't even know what I'm saying. That's times when you don't sleep much in the morning or anything. But I'm pretty much just gonna vibe a little bit here. I'm just double checking some stuff. I gotta really refurbish a thumbnail for the peeps out here, so I'm gonna do that. I can't even believe freaking the news that happened on YouTube, man. Like freaking Carson and all that, man. Like that stuff is whack, I tell you. Like madly whack. Like I can't believe that. Actually, so I'm gonna make a custom thumbnail real quick for you guys. So I want to make my thing look somewhat aesthetically pleasing, because it's definitely an outdated thumbnail, and all my homies don't want that. So real homie's gonna use the Formula 1 font, medium expanded, the expansion pack. Expansion pack on my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. I'm gonna downsize this, downgrade this, switch this to LTE 4G internet. Let's go. 960. So can I? Bam! Look at this. Well, you can't because you literally can't see it. So, okay, let's see here. I'm gonna merge this stuff. Gonna make a layer out of this. I'm gonna do some outlining. And again, I know you guys aren't gonna see it, so be patient with me, people. I'm trying to make this as quickly as I can because I'm a being of spontaneous energy. I will literally die. So, one more thing, and then if I can find the freaking... What did I do? What did I do? I have an interpersonal quiz. Why do I have an XCF for that? Well, that's gonna be a mystery. If I only had the other stuff saved, I would have... This wouldn't be an issue. Well, guess I'll die. Oh, where did I put that son of a gun? Oh well, I'll just downgrade this and then scale it, export this baby, and I'll probably edit it later, but for now we're gonna make this poppin'. So there we go. Okay, so now I'm not dead. I'm alive again. I don't know when I'm gonna do another Delment race. We'll see. Because yeah, why not? But 4 people watching in the morning. You guys are insane. I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, I should be dead by now. But I got milk with me, even though it's literally like 10 o'clock, basically, or almost 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock, actually. So I should be eating lunch, but I'm not really hungry right now. I'm probably gonna eat at like 1, because, yeah. I know y'all have school, but all y'all are doing like online school. So, good luck. I have like 2 more weeks, before I have classes, but they're like asynchronous. So, I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be fun, I guess. I have no idea. It's probably not, honestly. Let's be honest here. I hate online classes, but even though I'm very introverted, I have to have at least some essence of socialization when it comes to an IRL communication standpoint. So there's that. So I'm probably gonna try and work on a KCMG car from NSDC because I'm kind of feeling that today. I don't know, maybe not. Who knows? It's a real mystery tonight. But yeah, this stuff's kind of a real whack. This is already a good start to the year. I don't know, something about this year I feel I'm very optimistic about. But then yeah, everybody's gonna say that, and then as the year progresses down the line, we're gonna be like, oh, I hate this year, and then this and that, and etc. You know the typical gist. Like we had that jargon with it last year, since it's now 2021 and not 2020. So yeah, ICR. What I'm having a stroke today. That's what. It's a for Jord. Make 2. It's a make 2. Convert. I think it just depends on how really you know, you interact with people. So I ain't gonna judge people because, you know, like we have our different ways of talking with one another and all that, you know. Made this yesterday. Y'all didn't see it, but the homies. Okay. I gotta actually open up my KCMG stuff because like I have those logos. I'm too lazy to like color them again because it's just gonna save me a lot of time. So I'm gonna do that right now. Because that itself is going to be a big lifesaver. Because the logos are gonna be pretty big enough, I'd argue. At least I'd hope. So if I can still find them. If not, we're gonna remake them from scratch because why not? I think I should have it somewhere. If not, this will be a little bit of an issue. But again, not the end of the world. I can salvage. I have a lot of stuff here. I didn't realize that. A lot more than I thought I would. I think a lot of it was on my old computer, and you know that when literally everything died. So yeah. Yeah, get yourself a cold one or something. I don't know. Like, get something out of the hat. Looks like I did lose all my KCMG stuff. That is a big F in chat. So, we're going to have to do some adjusting here, actually. Man, yeah, everything would be easier if I still had it. Unless I had it on my MacBook out of all things. It'd be funny if I did. But this is all, look at all these bases I have. I didn't ever realize that. Oh, wait, no. There it is. Had everything colored, so like the blue logo and everything and all that. We're actually gonna make this a white color. I'm always I think Schwal can vouch for me of this. I hated the original Tyler Reddick scene for a while. I probably just didn't like how the front end looked on the car, how it warped. But it's grown on me, so I am guilty of jumping on the bus too early. So yeah, I do want to first things first, I feel in late months, I feel I've been a bit more of a dick as of late. I know, like, some of y'all might not think of that, but, like, this is just literally my self-consciousness kind of, like, constantly fighting itself for all these months and stuff. Like, I feel I've been a little bit more insecure as of late, and I look back at all the years, and I'm like, well, I shouldn't really think that, because you know, back then I had a lot better mindset, I feel. But I think now I've been somewhat better at being a little bit more open-minded. But this year I feel is one of those years I know I've got to, like, better myself, whether it be, like, confidence and all that, you know. And my parents, they're not they don't know how to, what's the word? I'm not always the best at expressing things properly. So, like, it'll get a little bit weird from time to time. Like, I think for those that might have been on the stream a while back that like watched, my family and I, we were kind of arguing over a phone and stuff, and yeah, that didn't go too well. So we kind of I guess in the way, it's like our family argues a lot, and it's kind of normal. But okay, I really shouldn't vent that. I mean, I don't mind venting all that stuff, but I don't really want it to be like the pivotal point when it comes to talking. But I gotta see. Oh God. Okay, I don't. Where was I? Let's actually get the color hexes because we want to save them off the bat because you definitely want to keep them. So we're gonna get this blue. It's a nice old blue right there, getting black, but we can obviously get that later. Gray. Why not? And then I think we'll be good from here. I'm probably, so 57 is the number. That's going to be an interesting choice. So we're probably going to go for the white approach, white number approach, because I'm a traditionalist by nature, I would assume. So we'll see. White numbers. It's going to be a little bit awkward, actually. So I might be that person. Might just do this. Maybe do an outline around the black. Right click alpha to selection. So a little bit of a snippet or a tip. Actually, you know, I'm going to actually alpha select the whole layer because I definitely wanted to surround the whole 5 and the 7 on the blue. So let's go for 16. It might be a bit too big, but let's see. That's dummy thick, so we're gonna actually narrow it down. I'm actually gonna narrow it down to not shrink, but grow 15. 15 should be good enough. It's like a small 15. Let's go 13 actually. Lucky number, I guess. Okay, that might be better off. We're actually gonna cover this portion right here, because once you're gonna see it kind of stick out like a sore thumb. But there we go. So that's, I think we got the number in store. Okay, do I want to go crazy with it? I could. Let's see what we got here. Body base. Let's actually save this right now. I usually forget to save stuff until like the last moment, and that's something I've told so many people, was to save their stuff. You know, KCMG, NSGCA, SDCS. I'm just doing a lot of underscores here. But really, one of the primers is definitely having to save like ahead of time and everything. So I've got the logos there, so we're gonna be in good shape. Let's go. Let's get to it. A lot of designs I kind of think on a whim. Some maybe not so much. Others, you know, we just kind of vibe and see what could happen. But really, I do need, what I should do is definitely make, well, actually, you know what? Okay. I'm gonna go for the blue here, but for now, I'll connect it a little bit later. I definitely want to keep some blue up here, because I do love, I actually still love the, I don't know, something about me in KCMG cars I really like. I guess it's just the combination of the blue, black, and gray that just mesh so well together. And I know some, you know, are subjective, but I guess it's just how well they complement each other that makes me really like this kind of color, these kind of colors. So that's just my personal opinion, my personal preference. Do I want to make a design on the roof? Why not? Let's do it. Why? Screw it. I want to make sure this is as straight as possible, though. We're gonna get some gray. I'm gonna trim this real quick, actually. I'm gonna add another layer. We definitely need to do that. I already ran out of milk in terms of drinking it. At least the cup nearby that accompanies me. So that's a bro moment. I should have gotten like 2 cups or something, but knowing me, I wouldn't be so prosperous from that. I don't know I might do a blackout on the B pillar and make that a separate layer because I think that would be better suited. Just also like the B pillar stuff doesn't like mesh in together. But again, hope you guys are you know, chilling, whether you're at school or not. I know it's gonna be tough. It's a tough road for all of us. Whether you're in school or not, maybe you're at work, maybe on break, I don't know. Like, it's just how it is sometimes. Let me make sure. Where was it? Okay, I'm gonna go my recently used actually, because that's where the ICR mod, a real mystery, honestly. Don't really know what I want to do with this mod sometimes. It's weird. It's a weird mod. I think that's the right way of saying it. I always like kind of doing these weird swish designs. I don't know, something about it I really like about doing them, but there's some weird affinity that I guess exuberates that kind of vibe. So we're definitely going to mess more with the blue on the top, because we definitely need to add some character to this car. It's the 57 for the Lelo's team, I think. I don't even... Because I know I want to get that done today. I feel if I can get that done today, I've done something good today. Because I've kind of given myself a little bit more of a checklist on what I need to do. I didn't do that a lot last year. I'm starting to do it this year. I told myself yesterday I would get at least one of the cars that people asked me done. Instead, I got 3 of them done. I'm still kind of do the same thing chunk-wise. So I'm giving myself a little bit more of a incentive in a way, or a little bit more of a mission statement, I guess is the weird way of saying it. Of how I want to, you know, get things done, really. So, okay, so let me get rid of this gray again. I need to do something. I might actually swap the blue over here with the gray, but I could see something else that could go with that well. I want to make sure I'm connecting this right, because I definitely want it to, well, it wouldn't really matter actually, because either way, I think I want it to like connect over here. So I definitely should actually use gray instead of blue. Plus, I think it would just make sense better, like it would complement to the consistency. I think you might have sent it to me, but send it to me again, because you know how very forgetful I am, Allison. Hope you're having a good time. I know you're undergoing a lot right now. I know the transition is something, but you know, you got my support. You know, it's the least I can do as a friend. You know, my sister's at home right now with me. I'm gonna pick up my brother at 3 today, 3:30 this time, Central Time. So I've got to figure something out of the hat there, but let's see what we can do here. It's gonna be a little bit messy here, so forgive me. It's gonna be a lot of experimentation. Stressed out, I'll tell you that much. I've been depressed most of my days. I'm still fine. Dude, you got this, man. You're a warrior. You're a warrior, my guy. You may not think so, but undergoing each day, you know, it's hard. It definitely is hard. I agree with that. Like, stuff like that is probably one of the hardest to like undergo. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit messy in flow. I'm not sure what I want to go with this approach. Actually, I'm going to slant this blue, because I want it to have a parallel slope, I guess, to... Oh, we're talking blasphemous geometry. I never thought I'd see the day. That's one thing that geometry has helped me with. It's definitely angles, but that's about it. heard that. That's the sound of the shower fan. I took a shower just now, so TMI. Okay. Again, my advice to a lot of people when it comes to like painting on GIMP is to start off small, start off with something simple. If you use bases, I just tell you just not to get too hooked onto them. You don't want to like be too dependent on using them too much. So that's also like my advice. Yeah, because they're also from like a generational gap. You know, people will have differing opinions based off on, you know, the differing generations. So like the talking points, the vocal points are going to be much more, I guess the decisions also, the beliefs are going to be much more different just because of those like very same, you know, aspects of life. It sucks too. Like those family that don't support you, they're not really, I can't say that actually because I don't know your family well enough, but it like them they have the right not to support you, but they don't like, but they shouldn't do it in like a disrespectful manner, I guess is the right way of saying it. You know, like it's like with like people with differing opinions, like you can't just, you gotta like stay very open-minded about what people think because they're not always gonna agree with maybe your decisions or not. And some people, I'd say even in the servers, you know, maybe you're in right now, like they aren't going to be the most supportive. It's not even like they don't like you or anything. It's just, you know, that's their opinion. And I think sometimes you have to acknowledge that as well. But yeah, one step at a time though. I mean, it's easier said than done. I mean, I'm horrible with giving advice. I feel I'm just kind of there most of the time, usually when it comes to that. But it's just, it is what it is, really. Let's see what I can. It's like a conglomerate of messes here. I don't even know what I want to do. I think if I didn't stream so early or so late, I'd probably get more viewership, but that's not really the priority I look for these days. It's just I just care about like having people that just to talk to, like whether I do get drained out. I have like my social battery, obviously, whether it's like I'm talking with like my friends or family, and that's just how it is sometimes. Like it'll just kind of be a natural part of the course. If I had to get music to listen to, I'd probably listen to a crud ton of lo-fi though, but. Or really just my Spotify playlist, but that would be like a copyright, like a zillion copyright claims, so I wouldn't really want that. So my friend asked me to come over the other day, and I'm like, well, I don't know, man, like you kind of don't want like the dumbest stuff to happen. Like with all my homies, we don't really want COVID and salt on all that, you know. We don't vibe with that kind of stuff, you know. I wanted to be safe and make sure everything is good, you know, all that. A lot of more black, actually, with the Tyler Reddick car, the more I think about it. So I kind of should implement a little bit more black to the scheme. I think that'd be a better idea. We'll see what I can do here. I'm not sure. I always feel like I can see why people don't like them though, because it does sometimes look like a mess in terms of like actual flow. But there's something a weird atmosphere I have with it that I like. I'm being repetitive there, but I mean, it's just what it is. What's up, Roush? If the stream ever does die out, I do apologize. I don't know what causes that sometimes. I seriously don't know. Like, like I have my Ethernet set up and everything. I guess it just randomly does that. Maybe it times out. I'm not too sure. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's technology aesthetic then. Yeah. I figured. And sometimes, I guess this is also being myself, being my own worst critic, is like, I don't really think I'm as good with designing stuff. Sometimes you just get like that emotional burn, that like painter's block. That's the right way of saying it. Like, you just kind of get burnt out sometimes, and it's just how it is too. Like, you have to take that break, a necessary break, in order to get better, or really just to rest yourself, really is the best way of saying it. Get yourself kind of joggling around. Because if you force it, you're just going to get burnt out even more. And it's not really a good thing. All my homies don't want that. Oh yeah, no problem. I think it didn't take me too long to make it. I just thought of it. I originally was going to have the numbers be like a golden number, but I kind of saw the white looked a little bit better, so I just went with that. Because I immediately thought, like, when I think of the 88, that Yates 88, I think of Dale Jarrett 88, so, like, whether it's red or gold because of UPS. So, I mean, it is what it is. That black does look a little bit out of place, so I'm gonna reshape this. In how many leagues am I active? Probably way too many. I'll be honest with you. Way too many for my own good. Like, I'm active in NSDCA. You know, I try to keep up with that, and I think I do a good job. You know, that's why you and I talk, Diego. I mean, I have to do Hardy stuff, Sony Cup, Napa Trucks. I don't pay attention as much. I'll be honest with them, but I try to keep up. You know, just because of like the scheduling and everything. ISCRO. You know, with Sunoco and Panasonic. I'm in Duncan's series as well. But he hasn't uploaded stuff in a while. Louvier series. I'm in way too many for my own good, but, you know, it's kind of like, it's toned down. I've toned it down, though, I feel. You know, in terms of the casual offline leagues, you know, like, let's say the Chris Kyle's, like, NR League. Yeah, you might know him as NR Leagues. I used to do his a lot. But I stopped because he'd have too many, or I just like not make signups in time and be like, well, dang, I missed out. So it's a big F right there. But other than that, though, I've toned it down a lot, but it's still like a lot of them. OCM schemes are very easy to make, though. I will say something dumb like that, because it's just like the car viewer doesn't take much time to refresh. Everything goes by pretty smoothly. And I'm gonna move my heater nearby. Actually, I need a little bit of warmth today. It's just like, as long as you got the templates, like it's 1024 by 1024, typically speaking. So it's usually not much of an issue. I think it's so nice about the original cut mod is definitely the lack of space it needs, or memory it uses, in order to, you know, get stuff done. I think that's really what makes that mod really nice. It's also just the OG mod for NR 2003, so you also have that. Yeah, and Car Viewer does take the TGA. Send like a new series and then repeat the process. Yeah, that sounds That used to sound like me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm guilty of that. So I wouldn't stress over it too much. I sometimes don't know how the templates themselves kind of warp around the... Let me actually... There's been at one point I want to do Twitch streaming. I don't think I'd be very good at it. I don't have a webcam. I know that's not like the standard you have to have, but like... I think at one point I kind of want to do that, just to see how it goes, whether it's good or bad. I think the issue also be like my family nearby, like how would they react to like a certain situation and such, or like how would they interpret such things, I guess is the right way of saying it. Probably after I gotta also get Panasonic. So what I'm gonna do here, so my to-do list, I've also got some commission work to do, so that's been good. But I kind of want to get some stuff that I feel I need to prioritize first, just because I know I could have a better idea. What I do sometimes is, this is really always based upon like, due to like my spontaneous energy. So like, whenever I got the urge to do a scheme, I'm going to typically do it immediately, or like I usually get a lot of schemes done in a sitting, because usually it's not much of an issue for me. I just kind of work on it, and from there I prosper, I guess. If you ever feel burnt out, or really you don't have a general idea, kind of obviously you always look at inspiration. You kind of look at past schemes maybe you've done, or maybe like, you know, let's say for this case, I'm looking at a Tyler Reddick car, so I'm gonna, and also Brandon Jones, obviously, Matt Tift, you got all those notables. But you know, you kind of look at those as kind of like guidelines, or maybe an area where you want to create something cool. Could be a good starting point that could really get those gears running. But really, again, for people that are new, I really, like I said, I really should make a miniature tutorial, like mini sessions on GIMP, like how to get familiar with certain tools, whether, you know, and our iRacing, you know, the templates are so different. They're so complex for a reason, but... I actually want to make this black a little bit bigger. I want to make this have a huge impact on the scheme for some odd reason. But, you know, just like, you know, because not too long. I don't want it to be too long that people are just going to get zoned out and everything. If I did, I'd just tell people, I'd probably give some timestamps, really, so that people can just go at their own pace. And I think that's really what matters the most to me, is that I do eventually want to, like, teach people how to, like, kind of do stuff that I do. And people will have their ways, because I'm still learning with this program, you know. There's still some certain aspects that I still got to learn, whether it be, like, halftones, gradients, getting better at gradients, matching things up more. But I feel like you kind of pick those up the more you paint. Like, the more you paint, the more natural it feels. It becomes, like, muscle memory. It's like with the keyboard, how, like, you will memorize, you typically look at the keyboard at first when you type, because you don't know where the letters are. But, like, the more you do typing, whether it's, like, a typing test or something dumb like that, maybe even a Word document where you're writing, like, an essay at the last minute, because that's literally me every time. But sometimes, like, it just ends up being muscle memory. You don't really think about it. You just kind of do it. I think that's really the right descriptor of muscle memory. You just kind of do it. You don't think about it. You just kind of shut your brain off, and you just end up, well, doing the thing. And I think that's what makes it kind of cool. Muscle memory kind of cool. And when you learn stuff, you learn stuff. So out of that, yeah. Again, hope you guys get something to eat. You know, you guys deserve some good meals, something good out of the hat. You know, we don't want y'all to starve, so. Let me make sure. I think this is the first time I've actually made a KCMG car kind of like raw scratch instead of like a duplicated base. So I think that's a first from my book. Yeah, I obviously don't try and rush yourself. I mean, I do. It's kind of hypocritical of me to say because I'm literally that person that will do that with Sony Cup schemes and all that. So I'm very hypocritical about that. I'm not gonna say I'm, you know, immune from that, but always go with like a, you know, consistent flow, I guess is the right way of saying it. Like I said, I'm a guy that would give you advice that be somewhat applicable, but I'd also be the same guy that wouldn't follow my own advice. So I'm kind of self-aware of that. I'm trying to get better at that. Like, I'll say one thing but then do another, and that's like literally the epitome of hypocrisy. And nobody likes hypocrisy, even though we're all susceptible to that very same flaw. Okay, that should match up just well. Let's save that. Ctrl S. Learn shortcuts though too. If you kind of learn them yourself, this is really due to me being very curious about how I wanted to design stuff, or really how I wanted to, oh, what's the word? Just get quicker and be more effective. And that sounds very business-like, but like, I guess the layman's terms is just like, I just wanted to get quicker with getting stuff done. You know, I don't want to like constantly have to do file, open, all that. You just kind of, you definitely wanted to save some time. That's really all I can tell you. That's the only way I could really explain that to you. You don't have to really go through the effort, the consistent effort, the monotonous tone, or like the tedious aspects of having to go through that. It's a lot more convenient. There we go. That's the word. That's what I was looking for. See, I gotta really read a dictionary or something, or a thesaurus, and maybe I'll get some synonyms out of that, so I can sound very educational and scholarly. Can't even say that word right. Can't pronounce it right. Scholarly. There we go. It's like a tongue twister for me. So here we are. Should I add gray? I'm going to do so, actually. Let's do that. I feel like I always reinforce the same advice, but it just helps, like, just to be like for the sake of being like repetitive and getting across a point. Like when you're planning stuff, you typically have to look at number style, the mod plays a big role. For example, if I thought like this was going to be, or so the 5 schemes, right? Like Traxxas and Gear Wrench. So if those cars were like, let's say a Chevy Impala, you know, and not like a Camaro, I would have had a different design, warp around the headlights and the tail lights of the car, or mostly the headlights typically. That's how I usually design schemes, is around like the tail light, the side, you know, body proportions are a big thing, but overall though, you have to like do a lot of balancing, or like kind of consideration of how you warp it around, you know, because certain things can work with the Camaro, some not so much with the Impala or SS in this case. So hello Hagen, hope you're having a good morning or afternoon. You know, we're in different time zones after all. Some of you are probably in Eastern, some of you Central. Maybe it's nighttime for you. For all I know, I don't know the time zone for Yepes, to be exact, because I know you're in Venezuela, so I don't know my time zones very well. So my apologies in advance, but but yeah, you know, just sit back, relax. You're eating lunch right now, or do that. You know, get yourself saturated. I guess that's not the right word. Just make sure your tummies are satisfied. You know, get something good to eat, have some health, eat something healthy. So every dietitian. So yeah. What about longitude, bro? Is it like, okay, so if it's like go back, I feel like an idiot now. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. I feel like an idiot now because that makes so much sense in a way. A universal time. Like, imagine. A universal time would be something. I don't really want the black on there. I think I want to keep just some gray. I think I'm going to keep gray, actually. I'm going to make that gray dummy thick. Probably a little bit thicker than I want it to be. So, let's do that. I'm going to have to rename everything, though. Gray. Grat. Grut. I can't spell today. Blue. Black. Oh. Design. Ctrl S. Also have to remember this ruler is different compared to the hood ruler, so that is going to be a big bro moment. So I'm going to have to, let's actually work on the hood right now. So get some gray, get some blue out. What are we gonna do? We're gonna put some black on it? Probably. We're probably gonna be consistent with our matchup here. Do I want to do anything to the front of the car? Sometimes I feel it's fine as is, but I need to do something with it. So what I should do before, I'm actually going to copy this over because I already have the logo set out. I should really make a separate. Look how blue it is. Look at that. It's a weird blue. But I'm going to do that. Put that as a placeholder so I get an idea. I can probably use that to warp the design around the front. So let's do that actually. Let's actually get a ruler down here because I definitely want it to be as straight as possible, huh? Straight, am I right? But we want it to be as straight as we can. We'll do maybe 1 or 2 jags up, down, maybe. Let's see what we got. And then let's go down a little bit. So I don't think I'm going to get too fancy here. I think I'm just going to kind of keep it very straightforward. Do that. Let's see how that looks. Oh gosh. So we're gonna balance that out a little bit later. Oh. Let's see this real quick. Welcome aboard, Alex. I just noticed that. I should I feel blinded by the light. Well, I'm gonna have to actually slope that blue down. Let me go back to this. Yeah, I think it's like I said. I think it's just the chemistry of the blues, the blue, gray, and black. Really, I feel a lot of schemes you could do well with like the color black if you just use it right. Like it's kind of one of those, or whites too. White's kind of the same thing. Like if you know how to use them right, you will typically do a very good job. Like, ooh, oof. Ooh, okay. What is my path tool doing? Okay. It's having an aneurysm right now, but typically it's kind of like they just complement each other very well. Looks like one of those like I'm gonna move this actually. A little bit. Usually KCMG schemes, I think every time I've made them, they always take probably a lot of time on my hands. It's because I love the sponsor to death, and it's just... I kept it, I think, on the 4 team for Curtis. I'm not sure if I did. I might have it as an associate. I think that's what I did. Have as an associate, but I think nothing else. I don't like that. It looks disgusting, actually. I don't like that at all, actually. So we're gonna actually change the direction. I'm gonna actually reshape this blue. I'm gonna go for a rectangular select real quick. The hood looks ugly with that, actually. So I might recopy the hood portion just because I just like how it looks. It's just got a better feeling to it. But we'll see. Have a better photo of that. Kind of weird curve, actually. Okay. There we go. I think that should be much, much better. I think it's just the way it looks in the front. It makes it look like it's tripping me up. I think that might be it. But I think it's also just because I just gotta add a little bit more character to the front end of the car. But let's see here. Okay, I think I got an idea now. I might have an idea now. I do need to mess with the front now, because that will help out pay dividends, actually. Alright. We're really gonna make the front actually kind of as simple as I can, actually. Simple as possible. In terms of like matching everything up, I'm not really gonna try and go anything flashy here. Or at least try not to, because that's the last thing I want. I just realized I moved the whole entirety. Oh, that's why. Bro, moment. Man, what if I just did a speedrun of that? Oh, speaking of, I should. I kind of want to play it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I was listening to that yesterday, and I was like, Do. There's one thing I should have gotten. There's a VR headset. Because, man, I think I would have way too much fun with that. Maybe. Probably not. I'd be tripping. But hey, it be like that sometimes. Let's see. I want to see how far I can go with the wireframe on that. Because I do want it to match up with the tip. So where does this go, actually? The tip of that second square on the right. This will be a little bit off. I'm betting it's actually going to be way off, but... Or really close. I mean, that too. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, what's up, Peter? Hope you're having a good time, or at least chilling, you know. I could play some Helltaker music right now. Get copy striked, but nah, later time. I'm not gonna add, I don't think I'm gonna add anything else fancy to it. Could do like a weird swoosh. Like that, but I don't think it's really gonna work out. It will look too skinny, actually, from far away. Like, you'll notice it, but like, yeah, you see that? Won't look too pretty. So, yeah, what's up, Young? I know you're all dropping in, but you know, much appreciated, you know, for talking with me, whether it be like very short or very long, you know, just having a good amount of company is what matters. I love that. I appreciate that, really. That's what matters to me. Yeah, I think I'm actually, yeah, if it ain't broken. I think it's good, actually. Save that. major importance. It's only almost 12. So I mean, I'm doing just fine. I'm actually living. So no, I don't want to see that. That's it's very sus. Let's freaking go. That looked heckin' sus, and I'm not looking at that. I don't vibe with that. Okay. I think we're gonna be done. I think we're done with the base here, actually. Let's double check the rulers here. So the gray is not balanced. That's why I always check. Want to make sure everything's perfect. You know, there's one thing I want to get better at. Is definitely getting better at traditional art or digital art. I know this kind of is in that weird criteria of it, but it's not the way, you know, like in you know how you see DeviantArt, how people are so good with shading and everything. That's probably one thing on my bucket list that I do want to get better at, genuinely speaking. I think it'd be a cool skill. It'd be a good addition to my collection. Huh, Star Wars reference there. I'm not even a Star Wars nerd, but still, you know, I think it'd be cool, like, to add that. So I know that's gonna be off. Imagine if I did that. Oh man, look at this. Oh, it looks so ugly. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, actually. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I see that. I see that now. So what I'm gonna do, actually, get rid of this. Wanted to see what I can do. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to reformat this again. I'm so sorry. But I feel I might have a better vision of what I want to do now. Okay. I think I've got an idea. I don't know if you guys will like it or not, but it doesn't hurt to give it a shot. Better to try something now and see if it works or fails. I'm going to actually make this bigger. But I do want it to keep consistent with the flow I have, you know, rhythm-wise. Like, I don't want it to have sudden curves, but excluding the hood. That's the exception. I want to see how this looks on the other side, and that'll give me an idea. It looks like one of those things I'd see in like a robot tournament. Like in cybernetics. That's the right way of saying it. So I really gotta actually make it somewhat, I don't know what's been struggling with this hood. It's a lot of Control Y, Control Z's, Control Y's, all that hubbub, just to get a darn something out of it. Sorry if I really get really quiet, actually, because I usually get being mega focused on, like, what to do. So it just ends up really being, like, a really awkward silence. Is that how all the Fords look like, though? I don't remember the... Yeah, they've always just been that big, okay. I think. Okay. I'm gonna revamp one more time this part of the hood. This portion right here. I think that's better. I think this is one of the longer paint schemes I've done. So I think that'll do. Alright, speed run this. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's do it. Me and the boys speed running. attention to that stuff. That stuff's like out of my dramas, out of my zone. got the hard work done. Now we just gotta put logos on. We got this, boys. Boys and girls. We got this. That's a lot of associates. I know y'all see my emails, that's my old stuff. So I guess you want to find me there. So what we got here, Yanmar. So many logos. I'm feeling the Roush, I'm feeling it. This is true meme hours. Why does man make give me so many logos? Put sellers on the back, actually. So you said the TV panel, right? So try this one actually. Double check real quick. Which would be better fitting? Harvard. Big brain. any percent KCMG car. is a real speedrun hour. Look at this. Man. What is... I gotta make those look back, actually. D-I-L-E. I swap. Well, I think I got it done, boys. Finally. That took me 2 hours to actually do that, and that usually is long for mine. Like, look how many rulers I have, though. Look how many rulers it's got. Oh my gosh, it's 1:13. I really should eat after this, though. But yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome for bearing through that. It was like a speed run, clearly. Said no one ever. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call that a day. Actually, I know it's one car, but now y'all can say, "Oh, I was here. You saw me design this casing G car." And yeah, it was fun, but also painful because, yeah, you know how it is sometimes. But all right, I'll see you guys all later. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. I'll probably be in VCs later on tonight. We'll see how things go. Tuesday's a little bit busier for me, but we'll see though. Take care, you guys. All right.